It's better to let things go with love than to try to hold on to them with anger. Hi, I'm James, and this is my take on reality. In this episode, we're going to be talking about sister wives, more specifically, Kody and his use of the notion of 50-50 as he deals with Christine, their breakup, and how he's trying to use that to control her and why it will fail. Now, before we get started, I would ask that if you're not subscribed to the channel, that you consider subscribing. It helps the channel out, it helps me out, and hey, who doesn't want to help a brother out? So go ahead and hit that HBO special down below, and if you're already subscribed, you too can help out by giving us a thumbs up because it lets me know that you're enjoying the videos. Let's get it. I have to take a moment to admire and give credit to Christine in how she's handling this breakup. Her entire approach to this breakup has been one of the most mature, sensible, reasonable, and yes, benevolent actions I've ever seen on any reality show. And again, with fairness, I'm not a huge diehard reality fan, but at the same time, game recognized game. Christine's approach to this entire matter has been excellent. It's been exquisite because she's not trying to go out and hurt somebody or burn things down. She's actually trying to be reasonable. She's standing in the face of somebody who is hurt and is desperate, and she's handling him with kid gloves. Kody, on the other hand, has been lashing out at her from the entire start. And part of the reason why Kody is lashing out at her, not the entire reason, but I think a big part of the reason why Kody is lashing out is because his arrogance and, dare I say, narcissistic tendencies of his personality will not allow him to let somebody who he deems beneath him, below him, unattractive, and somebody less than him to decide that she no longer wants to be with him. It's the idea of, oh, you want to leave? Who the hell do you think you are that you're going to leave me? You don't leave me. I leave you. You don't tell me that you don't want to be a part of this marriage. I tell you that I don't want to be a part of this marriage. And you have to take it. You have to cry. You have to be miserable. You have to be upset. You have to explain to the kids why I'm not coming around because you messed up. And that's Kody's whole approach as to how he deals with Christine. Because if you really think about it, when he came over and said all that wild stuff to her, he wasn't coming by to see Isabel. He wasn't coming by to see Gwendolyn. He wasn't coming by to even see Truly. The one that he's so concerned about, and he's got to be a part of her life, and she can't kick him out of her life because he's the most important thing. He wasn't worried about coming to see her. But he didn't worry about those children until Christine said that she was going to go find something else and she was going to go do something else. And it's not just the fact that she said she was leaving. He probably could have handled her saying that she was going to leave. What he can't handle is that smile that runs across her face every time she talks about hitting that door. That is killing him inside. That's killing him inside. Every time he sees her smiling and she looks happier. I saw an interview with her on Entertainment Tonight. Now, typically with this channel, I don't like to go too far astray and dig too deep into their situations that I can't see on the show. But I will share this. I saw an interview with Christine on Entertainment Tonight. She looked almost like a different person. She looked happy. She looked light. And I said, this is a woman who lost a lot of weight. She looked like she was just ready to float out of her chair because she lost about 150 pounds of dead weight by the name of Kody. She's talking about enjoying life, enjoying her and her daughter for the first time in a long time, if ever. Wake up in the morning, they're excited about their day. They're excited about the things that they're about to get into. They're excited about their adventures. The unknown is exciting to them. And whereas there was a time when Kody would use that uncertainty as fear and something to be afraid of, now she's embracing it. And she not only is embracing it, but she's actually looking forward to it. And then she's teaching her daughter to be excited about change and the power of change. And that in and of itself should exhilarate Kody that his daughter is getting something that's making her stronger, but he can't get out of his own way long enough to recognize the benefits of his daughter's mother being happy. That is crazy to me. He would rather his daughter look at this woman be miserable and stay in that house in Arizona than to go back to Utah where she can be surrounded by people that she loves and loves her and feel that love and become more of a person, become a stronger person, and be ready for life. As a parent, your chief job is to make sure that your child is prepared for life. That's the gig. It's not to make sure that they got the nicest shoes, the nicest coat, they live in the biggest house, they got the fanciest car on the block. Your job is to prepare them so that when you leave or they go off on their own, they're ready. That is the gig. And Kody can't get out of his own way because he himself is bearing too much anger. He's looking at her and he's saying to himself, I have to stop this. And the methodology in which he's using to try to stop that and curtail her happiness is the idea of 50-50. To him, 50-50 means he's being reasonable and rational and fair. Fair is not you sitting there saying, I'm going to reach in your pocket and take half of everything you have. Fair is not leaving his wife destitute. I asked the question, even if Christine didn't contribute for the last 30 years to the family, even if during the big come up where you got the TLC show and you were able to film Sister Wives, which is where the money comes from. Everybody's trying to pretend like Kody had this outside business and this dude was like the little dude from Monopoly just picking up places. He got Boardwalk and Park Place on lock. And then somehow she came along and joined the family. No, she's been there since day one. She wasn't there when you had Boardwalk and Park Place. She was there when you were on Skid Row. And she helped you build up to where you could get Boardwalk and Park Place. She helped you do the things that you're able to do now. She helped you live this comfortable lifestyle. But even if she didn't, why would you want to put her in a situation where she's walking out of your relationship with nothing? When he's talking about 50-50, he's not talking about, okay, I just want to be fair. You can take care of yourself and I can take care of myself. You're not talking about hundreds of millions of dollars. You're talking about a good portion of money, enough money for her to be able to walk out and get started, for her to be able to sell her home and go purchase another home. Why wouldn't you want her to be able to do that? Why wouldn't you want her to be able to go out and live a comfortable life and take care of your child? If everything is about your child and making sure your kids are okay, why wouldn't you want to provide for her in a way that she could take care of your child in a reasonable setting? She could go get, instead of her having to try to go stay with somebody or live under somebody else's roof and under somebody else's rules and possibly put herself in danger of being in an abusive situation because she's trying to survive. Why not set her up in an empowering position where she could go purchase a home? That would be you being benevolent, Kody. That would be you being generous. But see, in this situation, you don't have to be benevolent. You don't have to be generous. All you have to do is do what's right. It's as hard as that. He reminds me of a Bugs Bunny episode when I was a kid, a cartoon. There was this rabbit, and some of you may be familiar with him, some of you won't. Look it up. You got a supercomputer in your pocket. Bugs Bunny. Bugs Bunny had this scene where he played a gangster. Like he ran into these gangsters and he thought he was a gangster. And he comes in and they rob somebody that had a bank job or something. And he takes the loot. He's like, okay, we're going to split up the loot, see? And he takes the loot. He's like, 1 for you, 1 for me, 2 for you, 1, 2 for me, 3 for you, 1, 2, 3 for me. And then he keeps going. And he's like, 4 for you. And he reaches into their pile and goes, 1, 2, 3, 4 for me. And by the time he gets done splitting up the money fairly, he winds up with all the money and they wind up with nothing. That's basically how Kody is approaching it. Kody isn't approaching it in a way where he's trying to strip away everything that she has. And her response to it was classic. She said, oh, if he wants to do 50-50, we can do 50-50. I can get 50% of Janelle's house, 50% of Mary's money, 50% of Robin's house, and we can do 50-50. Both of them are wrong. Christine is eligible to get, 20 to 25% of all assets. Because all your assets are stemmed from and rooted from your time on the show. Christine doesn't want to do that. She just wants her little bit. She wants to take her little chunk and she's willing to walk away. One of the things that Kody is trying to push her in, because he can't stand to see her smile, he wants her to be angry. My suggestion would be, instead of feeling anger and instead of feeling vitriol for Christine leaving, be happy for her. Let her be happy. If Kody was right and he was successful in the things that he's trying to do, the only thing that would happen is You now have a desperate, angry woman on your hands. A desperate, angry woman. And a desperate, angry woman, she will burn the house to the ground. What does she care? If I take you to court, because that's where she's going to wind up at. If she does go to Utah, she doesn't have any money, she doesn't have any cash for a home, she can't stay anywhere, then the only outlet she has is for her to try to take you to court. At that point, she has nothing to lose, jackass. She has nothing to lose. So why wouldn't she take you to child support? Because she's got to take care of Truly. It ain't like you going to do it. So she takes you to court. And then when you get to court, there's a threat that, because of the way they filed their bankruptcy papers and everybody is vulnerable. At that point, what does she have to lose? If she walks away with that house money and she's sitting on top of hundreds of thousands of dollars, she has something to lose. She has something that can be taken away. But if she's sitting on the precipice that her daughter's going to go hungry and she's going to be relying on somebody else and she doesn't know what she's going to do the next day, and y'all sit over there in $1 million homes, and you got property all over Arizona, I'm not going to be the only one sad. Oh, no. We all going to be sad and miserable. We can all lose. What Christina's trying to do is she's trying to set up a situation where they can all win. One of the craziest parts of this whole episode, to be honest with you, it made me laugh out loud, was when he said, yeah, she's selling everything out from underneath me. And then they show a scene where he's standing out there and said, well, what's the bedroom furniture? What are you doing with this? She's like, I'm selling that. And then he walks over to the side of the furniture and he's looking at it from the other side. And I'm like, Kody about to cry. She about to break it down, brother. You need to go ahead and run and get in the car now. Just excuse yourself. Go get in the car. Cry in the car, man. Don't cry in front of her. Because she's just going to laugh later. Like, just take your L and go at home. You know what I mean? Take your L, go home. Since they can't use the finances, since they can't guilt her, Kody wants to use another weapon. He wants her mad, miserable, and broke. See, because mad and angry makes you make mistakes. That emotion in and of itself, you will carry around and it will leash you to the problem. It keeps you involved with the people that you're angry with. By being mad, you're going to sit there and you're going to come up with plans and you have to interact with the people that you're angry with and you to try to make your plans come to fruition, and you want to see the plan when it explodes in their face and you get the ha-ha moment. You want to be there for that. And you spend so much time in your anger, in your rage, and building that venom, you don't realize that you're actually leashing, enslaving, and tying yourself to that other person. By you trying to poison them, you're actually poisoning yourself. Sometimes you just have to let it go, and that's what Christine is doing. She recognizes that this situation is so toxic, just me being in this situation to try to exact revenge or drag it out and make things happen. I'm not going to let you do this to me. So she gets angry and it doesn't work out. Then all of a sudden, she's still in that situation. If she plays the game with Kody, it could be years for her to get rid of Coyote Pass or enact that plan. If she really wanted to start messing around with Kody, she could say, okay, Coyote Pass, you can't do nothing on my land. She owns the plot, or partially owns the plot, where the pond is. That entire plot where they were going to subdivide it down to the 3 plots where Kody, Mary, and Christine was supposed to have their little tiny plots. That's all Christine. Christine don't have to go along with nothing. She can say, you can't build on that property. You can't move the lines on that property. You damn sure can't subdivide my property. So we're just going to sit on the property and pay taxes on it. Welcome to the jungle, baby. And then there's nothing Kody could do. So why do you want her mad? You want her mad because you're trying to hold her. And like I said, that anger is a leash that's self-imposed. You can't release yourself or free yourself until you let that chain go. There's an old saying, it says, you're allowing that person to live in your head rent free. All Christine is doing is evicting Kody. She's giving him his notice that you've been evicted. You're no longer welcome on the premises. See you later. Bye. I'm moving on. Finally, my favorite quote is, the best revenge is living well. If you look at how everything happened with Christine, she couldn't have planned a better exit. She couldn't cuss him out enough. She couldn't say mean and nasty things to him. There's nothing that she could do to him that would give him as much pain and discomfort as what she's doing now. When she walks out and she walks into a room and she talks about, yes, I'm getting ready to sell my house and I'm so excited about going to Utah. I'm so excited about getting my life. And I'm so excited about doing things without you. The look on his face, the desperation and the pain that he feels is only possible because she is happy. She is about to live a better life. And because she's about to live that better life without him, somebody like Kody, especially somebody who is narcissistic, maybe not physically, but certainly emotionally and mentally abusive, he can't handle it. He can't take it. So the fact that she's talking about leaving, is killing him inside. And I'm here for it. My name is James. This has been my take on reality. And I'm out. 'Cause I've been living life right like I